Are we live? Is this on? Hello, everyone. Coach Mo Fall here for another topic that's going to put your hair on end, that's going to push you back into your seat, that's going to make your hair go off. This is Career Coach Mo Fall, and I want to talk about a big problem out there that is tempting you every single minute. If you're here with me live, let me know that you are here with me live. If you're one of my clients, say hello. I would love to say hello back at you. At any given time in this world, 60% of everyone who's working wants to quit. That means that most of y'all want to quit your jobs right now, and that's not cool. Hello to everyone here. So listen, here's the thing. You probably need a job. Now, could you go a few months without one? Maybe, depending on your savings account, maybe depending on your household finances, etc. Quitting a job is not just a linear situation. And here's what I mean by that. And if you have quit your job and you bounced back, tell me how you did it. I have never quit a job, and I was removed from jobs several times in my career. And because I didn't quit, I often got a package or a severance, because when things are really bad and it's a two-way street, it's probably bad for them as well as you. Not always. Oftentimes they're getting more work out of you than they're paying for. That's the one reason why people want to quit. Sometimes people want to quit because they just downright have a toxic work environment. And the third reason why you want to quit is because your nervous system is completely kaput. And there's a lot that we know now about the nervous system going kaput, otherwise known as burnout. When you are surviving day in and day out, your nervous system is at its worst. Now, you may have noticed this by not sleeping properly. You may have noticed by coping mechanisms of overeating, overdrinking, oversweeting, overstreaming, you name it, the over whatever, in order to soothe your nervous system, which, by the way, doesn't work, does it? No, it just makes things worse. And then you get disrupted sleep, or you stay up too late. You can't get up early enough. You make the cycle worse by bad coping mechanisms. I'm Career Coach Mo Fall, and I, for years, have helped professional women up-level their careers by first bringing their soul back alive. Because when you're stressed out and your nervous system has been shot, you're going to do things like run away. You're going to do things like tell people off. I had a woman who didn't technically quit her job. She just told people off in an email. So she was fired. And that happened a few years ago, right around the holidays. Things get really thick around the holidays. So here we are. If you're watching me live, we're right around that thick part between Thanksgiving and Christmas, where the scenery is thick, the demands on you are tough, and you're thinking, if I just quit now, I can ride the holidays out, and then I'll pop back into looking for a job in January. Won't be a problem. Like Maria last year. That's what she did. They replaced her with at least 3 people. By some accounts, it was 5 people. She was working so hard and not present for her family, and really burning the candle at both ends. It was not sustainable, and she knew it for a while. She wasn't able to get any headway with her boss, and she ended up quitting. A big job, and left a bonus on the table that she would have been able to collect had she stayed in her job. She didn't care. At the point where she quit, she didn't have anything left. Tank was on fumes. So she figured she would spend time with her family over the holidays, kind of decompress, and then start her job search in January. And that was going nowhere. And then she saw one of these Facebook Lives or one of my ads, and she clicked on, and we had a heart-to-heart talk. Maria and I had a heart-to-heart talk because what caused her to quit was still in her nervous system. The shame and guilt that she couldn't manage herself was still in her sense of self, was still part of her personal soul scar. And therefore, she was not able to bounce back. Because if you've been pushing so hard for so long that you feel like you have to quit as the answer, your soul has a deep scar, it has a deep wound. And your soul with that deep wound is not bouncing back anywhere. It's going to deregulate, downshift the career, lower job, lower money. I just couldn't cut it at that level, is what you're going to tell yourself. And then you cheat everyone out. You cheat out your career, you cheat out your family, and you cheat out your future by having a depleted soul, a depleted nervous system, and making a bad decision for your future and your family. When you downshift your career, you have just thrown money away. And we have lots of women. Okay. Excuse me. Choking on that truth. We have a lot of women who I'm choking up over who have thrown things aside. Who have thrown things aside because they've lost themselves. If you're tuning in, I just joked. Coming back. When you're on the brink of quitting your job, you have the possibility of tossing a whole career that could be up leveling out the door. Thanks for putting up with my choking there, folks. Okay, back. Sorry about that. When you are pushed to the brink, here, we'll do this. When you're pushed to the brink, you will convince yourself of all sorts of things that aren't good for you. You will convince yourself that you can survive on less money. You will convince yourself that it doesn't really matter what your career looks like as long as you have some job and as long as you can pay the bills. Thank you very much. It's one time I didn't bring water or anything to drink to my computer. You will convince yourself that you can do with less. You will convince yourself from the ego and the hurt nervous system that you don't need that level of a job. And I will tell you the truth, your soul wants expansion and growth. So when you deny your soul expansion and growth, you will hurt and suffer. And much less, you'll have this constant conflicting dialogue going on inside of you. Shame, embarrassment, guilt will be pervasive, and you will be pushing them down. All of our clients who have come to us after quitting their job have had to really refresh themselves so that these negative forces inside of them are not present and are not informing their decision making. Your soul wants you to have the most expressive, expansive life. That's what our soul's mission, that's what our soul's persona and ethos is all about. It's about growth and expansion. And when you don't grow and when you don't expand, you're going to lose yourself. And you're going to convince yourself that overworking and struggling at work is just what it's all about. This is just what life is. And so I want to put out a warning sign and a declaration for you. If you feel like the only way out is to quit, I want you to call us and book a call. How we do things and how we analyze and diagnose what's going on and whether we can help you is second to none. We will help you understand truthfully if what's going on is something that can be fixed. Most of the time it is. Not always. Most of the time it's something that can be fixed. We work with professional women in all industries, whether it's accounting, marketing, finance, law, medicine, healthcare, nurses, educators, IT, engineering, on and on. Architects, project managers, program managers, I mean, all professional walks of life. And there is a truth with professional women that I want you to understand. Hear me out on this. Professional women, you are conditioned, we are conditioned to overwork to prove ourselves. We are conditioned to fill in the gaps of everyone else's shortcomings. And we win inside of ourselves of seeing it ahead of time. Oh, I'm going to fix that before that happens. As the knight in shining armor version of you is going to fix someone else's shortcomings because it's better for the company if you fix it. Rather than let something go south, you're going to jump into the gap and you will get sucked into the gap. Absolutely. Oh, that's so nice. It's real. We feel bad that we couldn't do it all. Absolutely. And maybe we shouldn't be trying to do it all, the things, just doing the right things. Absolutely. I'm so glad I found you to help me break this stupid cycle. Thank you for sharing that. I don't know who you are because this, let me get, thank you for sharing that. That's exactly right. So when we overwork and overpromise and overfill in everyone else's jobs, which that's how women are wired and conditioned in society, you know it and I know it, guilty here as well. When we do that, we burn ourselves out much more rapidly and we get beyond fixing it ourselves. If you could step out of that and recalibrate yourself, you would have already done that. True or true? Just saying. If you could recalibrate your nervous system and take the necessary steps to heal the wounds of your soul, to fix those scar tissues that are hanging out there, and to claim the best parts of you, and therefore to lead your job search on the best parts of you, you would. And that's what many of our clients who have quit their jobs thought that they could do unaided, on their own. But they didn't realize the real scars that were getting laid in there that were harming their future prospects. And I'll just give you an example. So there's a client who quit her job. She quit her job making $200,000 a year. Missing 1 month of pay, let's just call it $18,000. That's out the door, 1 month of pay, having quit. And then month 2, I think I'll scramble to find my way out. Another month of not getting paid. That's $36,000 right there. And now the debate goes, well, maybe I don't need that high of a level of job. Maybe I'll go to jobs that are 150. Okay, she starts applying for jobs making 150. You know what they say to her? You're overqualified. But if we can get you for 150, we sure would try. Ooh, no, never mind. You know what? We're not going to hire someone who's overqualified. So she doesn't get those jobs either. Now she's in month 3, $18,000 times 3 months, $54,000 of no bueno. And now she's doubting herself at such a deep level. That's a big hole to climb out on your own. So quitting your job results in that typical pathway. It's very common to have that pathway after you quit your job. And then month 4, you're either scrambling even more and deciding to downgrade it another way. You're going to take anything. You'll take a part-time job. You'll take a project-based job. And now you feel like crap inside. And now there's another deep wound to recalibrate you back up. Look, just thinking about it from our perspective as coaches, I'd rather work with you before you quit so we can help you solve for the reason that's getting you to quit, or that's wanting you to quit. Let us help you solve for that while you're in that environment so you can learn different. And then we'll help you upgrade. We'll help you upgrade and understand that it doesn't mean more work. A career upgrade means you have more leverage in the organization, not less. I know you may not be into all of that because maybe you haven't learned how to leverage an organization or leverage a higher level position. Maybe you haven't even learned it from watching what your boss or different bosses have done. But I'm going to tell you this, the reason why women don't take opportunities to advance is because they think it's just going to be more hard work. If that's you, I want you to book a call with us at mofall.com/FB Live, FB for Facebook, Live, FB Live. I'll put it down here on my banner here. Oh, that's the 5 shifts. Okay, that's how you're going to learn about the 5 shifts we take our clients through. If you want to book a complimentary call with us, a complimentary career clarity call, it's mofall.com/live clarity. That call, you'll talk to one of my coaches, one of our experts on helping you diagnose the problem. So I want to lay this out for you. Number 1, if you're ready to quit, please call us and book a call with us so we can help you not have to go on this massive backslide. If you have already quit, please call us ASAP so you don't have all of these months of no pay or less pay that are causing you to get into a hole financially and emotionally and spiritually. We want to keep you out of the deep holes. And we also want to help lift you faster, sooner, get you back on track, and actually help you up level, because usually the problem of overwork and burnout is because you're playing at too low of a level. I'm going to say that again. Usually when you're ready to quit and you're burnt out, it's because you're playing at too low of a level at your career. And yes, it's much easier to find a job when you have a job. You know how many times we're coaching women on what to say in interviews about why they're no longer working or why they're not working or what that gap is on their resume? Hey, look, we can do it because we're experts. We can coach you on how to say the right, authentic, aligned thing on a gap in your resume. You'd rather not have that problem to have to navigate when you're trying to interview, especially impressing others. You'd rather not have to jump over that. So if you're on the brink of quitting your job, number 1, book a call with us at mofall.com/live clarity. Number 2, get a hold of yourself and realize that you can't fix this until you fix something about you. There's only so much you can do in the external world to fix this problem if you're ready to quit. Now, if you're under such duress that your physical body is taking a toll and you're physically sick, you may have to seek medical attention and get the care that you need. And if you can, take advantage of the Medical Leave Act. We'd be happy to help you navigate once you do that, and happy to help understand what's really going on for you. Here's the thing. Your soul is always talking to you. Your soul is always giving you messages and signals that things are not going well, or in the case of our clients, when we work with them, the soul is giving them signals that things are going well. Your soul is always transmitting messages. Always. How often is your soul talking to you? Always. And your soul always wants growth and expansion and appreciation. So when you're not getting that, your soul is like pinging you. Nope, this isn't working. Nope. Oh, maybe if you work a little harder, maybe they'll notice you. Oh, if you work a little harder, maybe they'll promote you. Oh, boss says, hey, just do this special project and I'll be happy to promote you next year. Next year comes around, don't get promoted. Oh, the budget changed. We don't have that position anymore. Always, your soul is giving you an indicator. Are you expanding and growing and being appreciated or not? And you're likely to psychologically push those messages down if they're not, because you don't want to pay attention. You don't want to deal with it. Why not? Because you're afraid. You're afraid of what it means. And this is one of the reasons why defense mechanisms are so poor for us, because this defense mechanism trying to protect you from failure is actually keeping you stuck. Let that sink in. That the very thing that's supposed to be protecting you from danger is actually keeping you in danger, because your fear brain is more afraid of the uncertainty than your fear brain is in currently reacting to your current situation. Check that out, okay? There's more fear of what may happen or not happen out there than there is of your nervous system being completely overused, maxed out, burnt out. You're too a crisp. You're not giving to your life or your family. You haven't done pleasurable things in a long time. And you're thinking, if I can just stick this out a little bit longer. We had a client who said to us, if I could just stick this out for 7 more years. I had a stress reaction just thinking about that. 7 more years? No. So the one thing I know to be true, the best way out of feeling like you have to quit is by doing the inner work on you. So many times we've had clients who come to us wanting to quit, hearing this message, booking their complimentary career clarity call, knowing we can help them. And we do. And you know what happens? Because they change, their environment changes. Oh, all of a sudden they're seen differently. We had a woman I specifically remember because her problem was basically being angry at the world. That's what her nervous system had turned her into, just being angry all the time. And she wanted to quit because she was sick and tired of being angry, and she was blaming them at work for her anger. Well, she didn't quit. She saw this message. She booked her complimentary career clarity call, mofall.com/live clarity. She got the help. She started in our workshop. She started doing the things that we coach and teach and advise to do. She started noticing the differences. She started feeling better as a human being. She brought her soul back to life using our techniques. And people at work began responding to her differently. Ah, wow, she's different. Oh, maybe I can talk to her now. Oh, maybe I can put on a project now. Oh, she got assigned a promotional project that she had been wanting to be on for years. And she said, Mo, I no longer want to quit. I love where I work. I love my coworkers. It was me that was the problem. You want to talk about self-responsibility? That was a winner. She showed up so coachable. She showed up to do everything module to module, week to week. She did the work. She didn't hide from the truth. She took full responsibility of her journey. And in 6 weeks, she was being promoted and looked at differently and paid more money. And then we had a beautiful another 6 weeks to continue to work with her to lock it in. She's ever so grateful, and her life has changed forever. She didn't have to quit. She didn't have to leave her place of employment or her seniority. She got a promotion that had eluded her forever. She was on the verge of quitting. So we can take the example specifically of Maria, who did quit last year, and how she wasn't getting any traction at all because she was deeply wounded. And she was deeply wounded on top of the wounds from quitting. We helped her get back on track into her power and helped her land a fantastic job. We have an interview that she did with us a couple of months ago. And then we have so many more other women who I'm going to say were protecting the innocent and the successful. In many cases, these women have done the work and leaned in and gotten such great results. They're excited at the same time. They're like, no, I want to keep my story quiet. But I know who they are, and I've coached them all. We've coached over 1,500 women through the journey of the soul back into their power and into awesome, fully aligned, authentic, massively upgrading careers and promotions. It's why we do what we do, because your soul is the key to everything. And I'm going to give you some things to really think about today. Number one, if you're on the verge of quitting, I would strongly suggest that you do not do that, because it'll be a dangerous wound that will take weeks and months to repair. You don't need to do that, but you do need help. So you can start that help by booking a clarity call with us at mofall.com/live clarity. We'll sort out whether we can help you or not. And if we can, we'll get you started right away so that you can heal and have the best time of your life healing and getting to know yourself at your soul level. And then we'll make sure that the work that you do going forward aligns with your soul. So stay the course, get your soul taken care of, and remember that your soul is always talking to you. It is always transmitting signals to you. And right now, if you want to quit, your soul is saying, hey, that nervous system is in charge here. I'm depleted. I don't got much more. Your soul is on empty and your nervous system is flashing all the red lights. That's why it feels so painful. The soul is withering away and the nervous system is on fire and getting depleted. That is an unsustainable scenario, which is why you feel like you want to quit. And I say, hang on, book a call with us. Let's see if we can help you out. You've got to learn how to do things differently because this pattern will follow you in the next job, and or the next job will be a downgrade and it'll feel worse. So let's heal that wound. Let's help you see a different way to be at work, and let's get you that up level. If you've been a professional woman working for greater than 15 years in your career, studies show, and chances are, and our studies show the same thing, that you are probably 1 or 2 levels beneath where you ought to be for your career track. And we know how to get you there. But your soul has got to be taken care of in order to help you do that. If you're one of my clients and this message is still talking to you, sometimes this is a life journey to heal the soul and to bring it back to life. I want you to go back into our modules and I want you to go reintroduce yourself to your soul and get on track for what the new year is going to hold. Get on track for what this next level for your career ought to be. Many of our clients have upgraded 2, 3, and 4 times in the time that they've had access to all the resources of our 12-week program. Look, I'm going to humbly say we do great work. We are the absolute best at helping professional women up-level their careers because we do something that's really important to women. We find the power gear, which is your soul. You know, it's interesting because men's power gear is compassion. So when they come into their heart, they have a higher level of power, not the old-fashioned command and control power. That's why compassion is a man's superpower. And for a woman, her soul is actually her power zone because we've got enough compassion, generosity, and creativity going on in the feminine energy. It's time to get the soul to fill the gaps of power. That's why we do what we do the way we do it. And it's why the way we do things helps up-level professional women in a way that feels so authentic and natural. When you're in your soul's truth, you're going to interview so much differently. You're going to look at your resume with excitement and inspiration versus being like, don't say all those things. It is necessary as a professional woman that you can see yourself in your power and in your truth and not duck from it or not confuse overworking and being productive and trying to be a perfectionist. Don't confuse those with power. Don't confuse those with the things you need to do to upgrade your career. Your soul is always talking to you, and your nervous system may indeed well be so fully depleted that you want to jump and quit. And I say this, get the help you need now. Don't make a tragic flaw of your soul, of your psyche, and of your future. And that tragic flaw is to quit and then have a second wound of shame and guilt about quitting that has to get healed for you to be at the level that you need to be playing at. This is career coach Mo Fall. Do not commit career suicide by quitting. Instead, book a call with us at mofall.com/liveclarity and let's get into the truth that your soul is talking to you. Your soul wants your attention, and your nervous system and your body are sick and tired of working over time, over perfection, over filling in other people's gaps. You are sick and tired and depleted at the psychological and physical level because the soul is not playing its truth. Let's help you find your soul, bring that back to life, and help you up level so that you will be living a truly fulfilled, soul-powered life and career. This is Career Coach Mo Fall. That's how we do things. Career first. Soul first and then career. Your soul is your power zone. Let's get that up leveled so you can have life and the career of your dreams. Check us out at mofall.com/live clarity, and we will see you on the coaching calls. This is Coach Mo Fall. We'll see you next time.